Today, I'm going to show you how to create Office 365 collaborations inside of Canvas. This is going to allow you and your students to work on a commonly shared single file. So one file you all share and you all work on it together. These collaborations are especially useful in group projects because now your group members can work together on one document without any of that sending file versions back and forth and losing which one is the most up to date. Setting up a collaboration in Canvas is actually incredibly easy. It just takes a little bit of setup if you're trying to make it an assignment that students can actually submit. You don't have to have groups for collaboration, but typically the way people want to use collaborations is they want to use them for group assignments. So you want to have those groups set up beforehand. The next thing you want is the collaborations tool in your Canvas course. I'll have a link in the description for how to add this tool into your navigation bar if it's not there already. Okay, so now I'm in collaborations, and you have one button to click on, and it's to add a collaboration. So we'll click on that in the upper right-hand corner. So the collaboration screen is still very simple. At Chadron State College, we're an Office 365 school. So in the type option dropdown, we're just gonna have some typical Microsoft Office apps options. We have making a Word document, we could make an Excel document, or we could make a PowerPoint. So just think about what you want your students to collaborate on together, and that's what you're going to give them. I'll keep it simple for now, and we'll just make a Word document. Then you want to give it a name. If you're grouping this out, you probably want to include the group's name in the document name. That's mostly for you. You're going to end up probably with a list of these collaborations going on in your collaborations tool, and naming it with the group will help you understand which file goes with what group. Okay, moving down, we can now assign collaborators to this science word collaboration. So I can assign people individually, or I can click over to the groups tab because I have groups set up. And now I can click on the science group. And then everyone that I put in the science group now is a collaborator on this document. Lower right-hand corner is save. But before you click on that, I need you to know something. As soon as we share this out, it's going to send an email notification to all of the collaborators on the document. So in the student's Eagle Mail, they're going to get this email that says, Travis Hensey has shared the Science Word Collaborations file with you. And that's all they're going to get. So if I type something in the description, it still doesn't even show them that. So what I want you to know is if you're planning on doing some collaborations, you probably want to do some communication beforehand as an announcement. Maybe it's an assignment already, it's in the syllabus, something that you're communicating to the students that we're going to do this collaborative document thing. So look out for an email notification, because otherwise they're just going to get this notification about this document and no other information. Okay, so we'll pretend like I've already done the communication on the front end, and I'm going to hit save. Loading it up. Now everyone has just been emailed about this collaborative document. So let's imagine the student gets that and they click on it, and what do they see? They see a Word document that has nothing in it. So this is another opportunity for you to communicate with your students about what is this collaborative document thing about. I would strongly recommend that as soon as you make this collaboration document, you jump into it and you type in some text, or maybe you have it pre-made and you just copy and paste it in, just so that the students don't open it up and they see this blank document. They get some information out of it. So to edit on our document, and your students will do this too, the same thing for your students, is in the upper right, we have this edit document button. So we'll click on that and we'll have to click edit again. You could open it on your desktop Word, but for now I'm just going to open it in the cloud. So now it's looking just like a normal Microsoft Word document, and we could type on it. And I strongly recommend that as soon as you make one of these collaborations for your students, you put some sort of instructional content on there, maybe a template, a set of questions, so that they're not just getting an empty document shared with them, they're getting something filled in on it. I have another video I made a while back about these cloud assignments and the advantages of making a template. I'll put a link to that video in the upper right-hand corner. So you could have multiple students all over the world, and they can hop on this one single file at the same time and work on it together. You can actually see where your group partners are working in the file. You can see their cursor and they're typing in real time, and they can see yours. Also, you don't have to be on there at the same time. So if a couple of members drop out, you can keep working on that and then maybe hop on later, because we all have different lives and things to do. But it's truly being able to collaborate on a document at the same time without any of this file sharing back and forth and losing track of what is the most updated version. Now, with all this collaboration co-editing functionality, we're also able to keep track of all the changes that all the members are making in the file. So right now I'm in an Excel file, but this works in the same whether it's the Word or the PowerPoint option. So go to the top left where it has the name of the file and the little cloud icon. You can click the little arrow there to drop down, and then it says version history. We can click on that, and then on the right side it's going to come up with the editing history of this document. So you can see when it was created and then who and what they changed. So we could just click and drill that down, and so if you need to roll back, if someone totally botched the file, we could roll it back to a different version. But also as the teacher, you could go in and see who's actually involved in this document. Right now it's Travis and Heather are doing stuff on this file. If there's a third group member, they haven't been involved at all. And so when you're grading for group participation, this is one way you could track. One person did all the work, the others just wrote on their coattails. So you likely want to use these collaborations for an assignment, but I need to warn you that there is no automatic integration between the collaborations and assignments. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if Canvas is working on making that connection happen, but currently there's no integration. So you'll have to set this up on your own. To set up this collaboration assignment kind of integration, all you need to do is just have an assignment made, title, instructions, yada yada, all that. The big thing we want to do is in the submission type settings, we want to set it to online. And then we want to have the checkbox for file uploads clicked. So a file upload in the online submission type. With that, now students can upload the file. So we did all this collaboration up in the cloud. Now we're going to ask the students to download their collaboration file, and so that they can submit it here to the assignment. How that's going to work for the students, I'll jump over to collaborations and show you. From a student's perspective, they're just going to click on the collaboration. It should load it up in that preview screen. So they don't have any edit buttons yet. And then in the upper right hand corner, they can click the three dots and they can do download or download as PDF. There is another way that we could download the file. So if they're in the edit screen, so we'll get into that edit mode now, edit document, edit again. So if you're in this screen where there's all the buttons where you can edit and you can type on the document, if we're going to download it now, we're going to go way over to the left side and hit file. We've got lots of buttons that we could click. So we go to create a copy and we could do download a copy. That's going to give you your docx format. Okay, you could also click on export and you could do download as PDF or download as ODT. That's something like a doc. Your students just upload these files to the assignment and then you're able to grade it on SpeedGrader like it's any other normal file. Nothing big there. My only downside here is that we've lost that revision history from before. So if you're one of these teachers using it as a group project and you really wanted to see who was actually active on the assignment, who wasn't, who was less so, who was more so, we need to do some multiple tabs things. So as the teacher, you always have access to go to collaborations and jump into these files. And then you can do that same old thing we saw before, going to the version history and seeing that. So if you're wanting to see this kind of use breakdown, you do need to have multiple tabs open. Otherwise, we can just do it all from SpeedGrader. So there's just one last thing we need to talk about, and that's the group assignment settings. It's a whole long talk, probably another video about what happens when we actually check this box. It's a bit deceiving. Long story short, don't check the box. Okay, this is going to keep it an individual submission. So now every group member is going to be personally responsible for submitting the group work. I understand it was 5 group members and they all worked on one single document. You're going to get the same one document 5 different times. It just works a lot easier if you run it that way. And then if you do that, make sure that in the instructions, you make it clear to everybody, yeah, this was a group project, but everybody needs to submit the same file individually.